And now we're back here in the NLDS for the all-important Game 4. We led in each of the first 3 games in this series, but lost 2 of them, and now we have to go win Game 4 here in Arizona so we can send the series back home for a Game 5 and Paul Skenes. Take a look at the scores in the first 3 games. Like I said, we led in all 3 of those games. It only got 1 win. Got to do a better job pitching late in the game. Got to get a better job of offense. Brandon Pfaadt is going to be on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Hopefully we can get to him early. And Cade Horton was dominant last year in the postseason, especially the World Series, counting on him to do the job as our Washington Nationals have their backs to the wall. Desperately need a win here to keep their season alive. The Arizona Diamondbacks just need 1 more win, and they're off to the NLCS. This is the NLDS here on MLB The Show 26. There's the pitcher for the Diamondbacks, Brandon Pfaadt. His numbers during the regular season, he's one of their top pitching prospects, but he really hasn't pitched like that. Hop in, look at his card. He's got great control. Everything else is kind of mediocre, decent strikeouts against righties. And biggest thing with him is, look at this. Look at those home runs, 38, 33, 28, 32, 29, 26. He gives up a lot of home runs. Doesn't walk a lot of guys, but he gives up home runs. Hopefully we can jump on him today. Hit a lot of long balls. And Tom McVeigh, leadoff man, trying to get things started early here. Heading to count 2-1 and the pitch. And there's a high fly ball into medium right field. Corbin Carroll's going to settle and have that. And that's the first out here in Game 4. Take a look at our lineup. Couple of changes. We moved C.J. Abrams up to 2. James Wood down to 4. Everybody else stays the same. Those 2 are both struggling, and when we get them both jump started and get Abrams his speed at the top of the order. See what I mean by his struggling? He's only got 1 home run, 1 RBI after having in the high 30s and over 100 in those 2 categories in the regular season. Here's a ground ball. Base hit past short and third into left field, so there we go. Already paying dividends with CJ as he gets on base. You know what's going to happen on the first pitch. Here's the pitch from Pfaadt. It's a ball, throw down, and CJ's in safe. And now we have that man in scoring position quickly. Now we get an RBI chance here for Wyatt Langford. He's ahead in count 3-1. Here's the pitch. There's a line shot into left field, racing over, and caught is Clemens. Abrams is going to have to stay at second base, so don't get the runner in, don't get him over. And that'll bring in Wood with a big RBI opportunity. He has got to come through in these situations. Need him to give us that middle of the order production. 1-1 count and the pitch. There's a high fly ball into left field. Clemens drifting back to the track and got it for the third out. So we get the man on, get him in scoring position, can't get him home. We head to the bottom of the first inning here in Game 1. Moreno, De La Cruz, Marte coming up for the Diamondbacks. And on the mound, like I said at the beginning, Cade Horton, see his numbers during the regular season. Had a truly phenomenal World Series last year. Should have been named World Series MVP, but the game doesn't give it to pitchers, even though he was just filthy. And you need that same performance today to get us onto a Game 5. Leading off, again, catcher Gabriel Moreno hasn't done really a whole lot in the postseason. He's got a single and a home run in this series. That's it. He's behind 1-2. And the pitch, and it's a line shot snagged by a leaping Tom McVeigh. Takes away an extra base hit. And there's 1 up, 1 down. And here are the players in the lineup for the Diamondbacks. Exact same one they've used all series against right-handed pitching. And stepping in will be shortstop Ellie De La Cruz. Kind of had a quiet postseason so far. See if we can keep that going that way. He's down 1-2. And the pitch from Horton. There's a line shot in the left field. Dunbar racing over, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. Just couldn't get there. Takes it on a short hop. Arizona's going to get a man on with blazing speed with 1 out. Ketel Marte at the plate. He's getting hot here in the postseason after a disappointing regular season. 2-1 count on him. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. Outside for a ball and no throw. He's in safely as he stole that one off Horton. Ford had no chance at all. Now we have a 3-1 count on Marte. Here's the pitch. And there's a line drive in the center field. Racing over is Langford. He's got it. He throws it back in as De La Cruz has to stay at second base. Now it's going to take a base hit here. Man in scoring position. 2 outs. Cody Clemens stepping up. As, hey, horrible postseason. Not sure why the computer keeps him in at the number 4 spot. 0-2 pitch, and there's a ground ball to first, grabbed by McVay. He races to the bag for the 3rd out, so they get a man on, get him in scoring position just like we did. Fail to get him in. So we head to the 2nd inning, there's no score. And leading off for us will be left fielder Jeremy Dunbar. So he's had a good postseason so far, still looking for that first home run. The 2-2 pitch. There's a pop-up in the middle of the infield, and racing over is Alec Boehm by the mound, and he's going to have that for the first out. Dunbar just got under that one just a little too much, and that'll bring in Okamoto. See, he's having a stellar postseason just like he did last year. Heading to count 1-0. Hot with the windup and the pitch. And there's a line drive into left field, and Clemens is going to take that knee high. Kind of took it a little casual there. And that's the 2nd out here in the top of the 2nd. That'll bring in Vinny, having a very hot postseason so far. He only has 1 home run, 1 RBI. He's been getting on base on 1 count. And the pitch. There's a smash in the center field. Robert racing back, and now he's looking up, and it's off the wall. Throw comes back in, and Vinny is going to slide in with a double. High off the wall there. At the top of the padding, looked like. And we have a weird outfield. See this replay. Look in center field how high that yellow line is for the home run ball. So you have to hit it above the yellow line to get a home run in center field. And there's going to be a lot of doubles to dead center field in this park. And that'll bring in Eli Willits now. Had one of the longest home runs in this series. Last game, or game 2 it was, my bad. And scoring position, 2 outs. Going to take an extra base hit to get past Quintino home. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball in the left field. Clemens racing back, shy of the track, and he'll take that for the 3rd out. So 2nd inning in a row, get a man on, get him in scoring position, can't get him in. So we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning, still scoreless. And first up for Arizona is going to be right fielder Corbin Carroll, who's been a serious pain in our side the entire series. So many clutch hits. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Cade. And it's a ground ball up the middle. CJ's got it, throws, and he just gets him. There we go. Nice play. He doesn't have the greatest range anymore, but he was able to get to that one and keep him off base. See this replay. A little bit of a delayed reaction as well, but using his regular speed at running to get to the ball, make an accurate throw. And that'll bring in Alec Boehm now. He's had an impressive postseason, really hot NLDS as well. 1-1 pitch from Horton on the way. There's a high fly ball in the left center field. Dunbar racing back to the track, and he's got it just in front of the wall. And I wasn't sure if he was going to get there or not. His speed is like in the mid-50s. See this replay. Gets a good jump. You see the track that he took to go get it. And got there in plenty of time. Now we have nobody on and 2 out for first baseman Nolan Shanwell. First pitch to him is a ground ball and a grab by McVay. Throw to the pitcher, and that's a 3rd out as he takes away another extra base hit. So 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 2nd inning. We are scoreless going to the 3rd inning. Come on, offense. We need some action right now. First man up, Harry Ford, one of the most surprising guys with a hot start here in the postseason. A terrible regular season, but he has been playing out of his mind here in this NLDS. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and there's a line drive to right field, and there's another base hit for Harry Ford. Might be tempted to move him in the order, but I want to keep him right there at number 9, so we have a man on base in front of the top guys in the order. McVay steps in, 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. There's a line shot into right field, and that ball is over Carroll's head, off the wall. Ford on his way to 3rd. He had to hold up and wait to see if that was going to be caught. Otherwise, he could have scored on the play. So now we have men in 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. See this replay. Absolutely torched. And if he had better power against righties, that would have been a home run. And like I said, he had to wait to see if Carroll was going to catch it. And that'll bring in CJ. Singled and stole a bag the first time up. Prime RBI chance here. Behind 0-2, though. And the pitch. There's a high fly ball into right center field. Racing over is Robert. And he's got it. Both runners tagged. They both move up. Throw comes back in. And we are on the board with the first run of the game on that sac fly by C.J. Abrams. Robert had a long way to go to get it. And C.J. comes through with that clutch RBI. And that'll bring in Langford. Man on third, less than 2 out. He's got to put this ball in play. First pitch swinging. Here's a fly ball down a right field line towards the corner. Carroll settles. He's got it. McVay tags. Here's the throw. And he is safe. And there we go. Back-to-back sac flies. We have an early 2-0 lead in this important Game 4 as Abrams and Langford come through. That'll bring up James Wood now with nobody on and 2 outs. Light out his first time. Really have to get some production out of him. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. Marte's got it. Takes his time. Throw to first, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. But we do rally. Get a single, a double, and 2 sac flies. We have an early 2-0 lead here as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning in Game 4. And first man up for Arizona is going to be Ryan Waldschmidt. 0-1 pitch to him is a ground ball to third base. Grabbed there by Okamoto. Quick throw. There we go. 2 pitches, 1 out. That'll bring in Luis Robert. Hasn't done anything except the 2 doubles in Game 1 in this series. Really struggled since that game. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Horton. And takes strike 3 on the corner. Quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd. We head back to the top of the order, and Gabriel Moreno. Only 2 hits in this series. That home run was a big one in Game 1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch from Cade. There's a line shot to left field. Dunbar racing back, and he'll take that. So, again, quick 1-2-3 inning for Horton and the Nationals. As we head to the top of the 4th inning, 2-0 lead. Come on, boys, need some more offense. And first man up, going to be Dunbar's. Very busy out there in left field today. Popped out in the middle of the diamond his first time. See if we can get a base hit this time. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Fott. And there's another pop-up, this one behind the plate. Moreno in the left-handed batter's box is going to catch that for the first out here in the 4th inning. That'll bring in Okamoto. Lined out his first time. Been one of our more consistent hitters in this series. Heading to count 2-1. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive snagged by Shanwell for the 2nd out. Hot shot the other way. See this replay. Here's the pitch. Smokes that line drive, and Shanwell backhands it right at ankle high. And that'll bring in Vinny. Doubled off the center field wall his first time. See his average up in the high 400s. Runs the count full. And the pitch. There's a long fly ball, all right, and that one is way out of here. Vinny Pasquantino makes it 3-0, 460 feet, 116 miles an hour. Absolutely crushed that pitch. Amazing because it was 3-2. It was a high fastball, and he got up there and got every bit of that one. Look at this replay. Right down the middle, let her high, and turned on it, and it was smoked. There's another look at that. Bam! Right on the label. Look at the catcher. He knew it was gone immediately. Everybody knew it was gone. And Carroll never moved. All right, there we go. That'll bring in Eli Willits now with nobody on and 2 outs. 3-0 lead for the Nationals. He's behind 1-2. Here's Fott's pitch. There's a line drive in the left field down the line. That's going to get down and go all the way to the corner. Willits on his way to second. Now we're going to have a man in scoring position with 2 outs to keep this rally going. Eli going opposite field. There we go. And that'll bring in Harry Ford. Look at that. 6 for 13. Dude is absolutely on fire. Got a 2-out RBI sitting out there at second base. Behind 0-2, though. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle. De La Cruz grabs it, turns, throws, and he gets him at first base. He's got great range out there at shortstop. But we do get one in the inning. A absolutely mammoth home run by Vinny Pasquantino. We have a 3-0 lead going to the bottom of the 4th. And first up for Arizona is going to be shortstop Ellie De La Cruz. Singled, stole second his first time up. Behind 1-2 here. And the pitch. And swing and a miss, and he strikes him out on a high fastball. That's the first out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Second strikeout for Horton in the game. That'll bring in Ketel Marte. First pitch to him. There's a high fly ball into right center field, and that one is not coming back. It is way past the pool, off the back wall. And Marte says, hey, I can hit him that far too. 432 feet. Absolute hammer pitch over the pool into the right center field gap. And just like that, it's back to a 2-run lead. As, that's the guy that's been heating up in the series that we don't want to see heat up. See this replay. That one was belt high, and he got all of it. First pitch, ambushed Horton. Trying to get that first pitch strike in there. That was absolutely lost. And that'll bring up Cody Clemens now with nobody on and 1 out. He's down 0-2. And he hits a ground ball. Base hit to right field. So they're going to get a man on first with 1 out here. He'll bring the tying run to the plate. Clemens has been struggling in the series. That'll bring in Carroll. First pitch to him, and it's a ground ball to short. Willits has it. Throws to second for 1. Relay to first, and they just get him at first base. Carroll can't believe it. But Ketel Marte, solo shot, gets Arizona on the board. Cuts our lead down to 3-1 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. And new pitcher for Arizona, Dre Jameson's going to come in. We got to him earlier in the series, so Fott only goes 5 innings. Get through their starting pitchers pretty quick in this series. Get into their bullpen, which is not the strength of their team. Tom McVeigh, 1 for 2 with a double, leading things off. See if we can get another scoring inning going here. It's down 0-2. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball into right center field. Racing over is Robert, shy of the track, and he's got that for the first out. 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring in C.J. Abrams, 1 for 1 with a single, a stolen base, a sac fly. Very busy, liking hitting up in the number 2 spot. Full count on him, and the pitch. There's a pop-up on the infield. De La Cruz settles under it, and on the edge of the grass, he's got that for the second out in the 5th. That'll bring in Wyatt Langford, 0 for 1 with a sac fly his last time. Nobody on, 2 outs, 3-1 lead. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Jam shot, but it found a hole. So we'll get a man on with 2 outs again. See if we can get a 2-out rally going. That'll bring in James Wood, 0 for 2 on the day. Desperately need his power bat to wake up. 2-2 count on him. Pitch by Jameson is a swing and a miss. He strikes out on a slider that eats him up on the inner half. That's the 3rd out. So again, we get a man on, can't get him in. Take a 3-1 lead to the bottom of the 5th. First man up for Arizona is going to be Alec Boehm. See what he's done in the series. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Horton. And it's a ground ball up the middle. Eli's got it. Easy throw. 1 up, 1 down. There we go. Good job. Keep that leadoff man off base. That'll bring in Shanwell. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out. 1-1 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to second base. Abrams has it. Takes his time. Easy throw. 2 up, 2 down. Horton not striking out everybody, using the ground ball to his advantage. That'll bring in Waldschmidt. He's 1 for 13 in the series. This is a guy that drove in 100 runs in a regular season. He's behind 0-2. Here's the pitch. And there's a fly ball into right field. Wood racing in, and he's got it for the 3rd out. So another 1-2-3 inning for Cade Horton and the Nationals. We take this all-important Game 4 to the 6th inning, up 3-1. And leading off will be Jeremy Dunbar. 2 pop-outs. See if he can get the ball out of the infield this time. Behind 0-1. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball snagged by Shanwell. He's going to race to the bag, and there you go. Easy out to start the inning. Now bring in Okamoto, lined out twice. Hit the ball hard, just hasn't found open grass. He's behind 1 and 2. Here's the pitch. There's a smash to first, knocked down by Shanwell. Flips to the pitcher, and there's the 2nd out of the inning. Okamoto just hitting into some tough luck right now. And in steps Vinny, double and a home run. Hottest man in our lineup tonight, that's for sure. 0-2 count and the pitch. There's a pop-up on the infield. He just got under that pitch. Marte settles under it, and he's going to have that for the 3rd out. So we go down 1-2-3, head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Robert Moreno, De La Cruz coming up for Arizona. Here's Luis Robert. Struck out his first time. Plenty of power, though. Plenty of speed. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And swing and miss, and he strikes out on a fastball down and in. There we go. Quick first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Like I said, keep that speed off the base paths. Get a replay of this pitch. It was a nasty pitch. Four-seamer, down and in, late swing. That'll take us back to the top of the order with Moreno. 0 for 2 with 2 lineouts. Behind 0-2 as well. Here's the pitch. A ground ball, second base. Abrams has it. Easy, takes his time, throws, and that's the second out of the inning. Now bring in Ellie De La Cruz. Nobody on. 2 out, 0-2 count, and the pitch. There's a high fly ball in the right center field where Marte hit his, and that ball is gone in almost the exact same spot beyond the right center field pool. And this is now a 1-run game as their middle infielders take turns hitting that back wall. De La Cruz, like I said, plenty of power, plenty of speed. We've handled him all series, but he's got 2 hits today, including this big fly. As we took a look at the replay, that pitch leaked back over the middle of the plate, right into the fat part of the bat, and everybody knew it was gone immediately. Everybody just stood there and watched. McVay dropped his head. And at least they're solo shots. That's all I have to say. And that'll bring in Ketel Marte, who did homer his last at-bat. Nobody on and 2 out. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. The fly ball into left center field. Racing in is Dunbar, and he's going to have that for the 3rd out. But Arizona uses long ball again as Ellie De La Cruz cranks one to deep right center. Cuts our lead down to 3-2 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. And new pitcher for Arizona, Cade Stroud, strolling in out of the bullpen. I'm not sure why Willits is standing out there at shortstop with his bat and his helmet, but there we go. Stroud has pitched in the series already. There's Eli back where he belongs in a batter's box. 1 for 2 with a double. Nobody on, nobody out. 0-1 count. And the pitch from Stroud. It's a ground ball. Second base. Marte's got it. Throw to first. And quickly 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Now bringing Harry Ford, one of the hottest guys in this series. In 429, over 1,000 OPS. Count goes to 2-2 on him. Here's the pitch from Stroud. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out on a cutter down at the knees. That's a 2nd out here in the 7th inning. Now I'll take us back to the top with Tom McVay, 1 for 3 with a double. Bringing a phenomenal NLDS. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Stroud. There's a little fister into center field. Robert racing in, and it's going to drop for a base hit. He was playing deep. Maybe misread it, but a little jam shot single there by McVay. So we get a man on with 2 out. You know what's going to happen on the first pitch. Don't have to tell you. Here it comes. It's a ball. Throw down, and he's in safe. Now we have a man scoring position again with 2 outs. Need CJ to come through. We're going to show the replay of that. Got a good jump. It was a good throw. Just got his hand in there. See this replay. They gunned him down to start game 1. He gets in this time. And they're going to walk Abrams now. So they're going to put 2 men on with 2 men outs. They have a force play again, but they're going to put 2 of our better base runners, faster base runners on base. And Langford's going to step in with an RBI chance here. So he's 1 for 2 with a single and a sac fly. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch from Stroud. There's a ground ball. Grabbed by Bohm. Takes his time. Throw to first. And they pitch out of that jam. So we get 2 men on. Can't get them in. Arizona keeps it to a 1-run game as we head to the bottom of the 7th. And first up for Diamondbacks going to be Cody Clemens. He's 1 for 2 with a single tonight. He's behind 1-2. Here's the pitch from Horton. There's a shot over first, down into the right field corner. Wood over there by the bullpen. Throws it back in. And Clemens is going to be in with a leadoff double. With their tying run in scoring position. And that's going to be it for Cade. Don't want him to give up this lead because he's pitched deep into the game and he's tired. So we're going to the pen. We're going to bring in lefty JoJo Romero. Has not pitched in the series so far. So it'll be his first action. I don't like that walk rate, but I'll be pitching, so I don't think I have to worry about it too much. Now bring in Corbin Carroll 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs, but he has come through in the clutch multiple times in this series with men on base. 2-2 pitch and takes strike 3, slider on the outside corner. Froze him. That's a big first out here in the 7th inning. Now to bring in Alec Boehm. He's also had a good NLDS. He's 0 for 2 tonight. You do not need to challenge him. Here's a full count and the pitch. And just misses with a changeup for ball 4. So kind of intentional walk there. If I could get him out, I was going to take the out, but I don't want to groove one. And that'll bring in Shanwell. So now we have lefty on lefty. Grounded out twice. If we can get another one, that'll give us a double play. Get out of this jam. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And there's a ground ball. Second base. Abrams got it. Flip the second for 1. Relay to first. And they just got him. Doesn't think they did, but they got him. Abrams took a long time to get rid of the ball. You can see this replay. It tops the ground ball. CJ charges, and then he takes a weird route and has the backhanded flip. Luckily, Willits has a cannon, and we just get him at first. All right, leading off, top of the 8th, James Wood. 0 for 3 on the night. Nice if he could just get on base, get something going. Works the count full. I'll take a walk at this point. Here's the pitch from Stroud. And he swings and strikes out on a high cutter. Probably would have been called strike. It looked like he hit the line up there, top of the zone. So there's 1 out now here in the 8th as Dunbar's going to step in. Nobody on, 1 out. 3-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 4. There we go. So Stroud having to work, throwing a lot of pitches to the first 2 batters in the inning. Now we're going to pinch run for Dunbar with Buxton so we can get a fast runner, better defender, and try to steal him to scoring position. Okamoto at the plate. Here's the pitch. Inside. Oh, they're going to call a strike. Throw down, and he's in safe. They have a man scoring position now with 1 out. Okamoto at the plate. See if he can get this clutch RBI. Here's the pitch, and there's a ground ball to short. De La Cruz has it, throws to first. The runner has to hold, so now we have a man on second and 2 out. And they're going to the pen. Let's see who they bring in. It better be a lefty. And it is. It's going to be Andrew Salfrank coming in to face Vinny Pasquantino. Good for them because Vinny is on a bender in this game right now. So Arizona not taking any chances. What they don't know is Vinny has 80 clutch, so that actually helps him with a man on second base. He's 2 for 3 on the night with a home run and a double, so that clutch is going to replace his contact. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Salfrank, and there's a ground ball up the middle and through. Buxton around third, headed for home, and Vinny comes through again. He's got a single, a double, and a home run tonight, driven in 2. Huge tack on RBI right there. See the replay. Thigh high. There we go, and that'll bring in Eli now. 1 for 3 with a double. We got 1 on and 2 out. 2-run lead now. 0-2 count. Here's a pitch from Salfrank. And swing and miss. Pitch in the dirt. Throw down to first. And that's the 3rd out. But we get a tack on run. So now Arizona's going to need to get a runner on base to bring the tying run to the plate thanks to Vinny Pasquantino and his clutch 2-out RBI up the middle. Go to the bottom of the 8th. And out of the pen, Jason Foley, been one of our more consistent relievers in the pen the second half. And then we got him for Fairbanks right around the All-Star break. He's going to come in, try and bridge the gap here, get us to Duran in the 9th. Ryan Waldschmidt be the first man up here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Hitless on the night. Behind 0-2, here's the pitch. And it's a ground ball, weak ground ball. Second base, charging is Abrams. Throw to first, and there you go. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. That'll bring in Luis Robert. Hitless on the night, but he's very dangerous. Here's a line shot to center field. Racing over is Langford. He's going to throw that ball back in. They have 1 on and 1 out. I forgot to flip Buxton to Langford, so I need to do that before the next batter. Here's the replay. Down, and he just goes with it. Drives it into right center field. There's Buxton. I got to flip those 2. That'll bring in Moreno. 0 for 3 on the night. He is the tying run at the plate. Full count. Here's the pitch. And swinging a pitch in the dirt. And he's out. Automatically out. Robert was stealing on the play, so it actually is a force out because he wasn't to second base before the strikeout was recorded. So the batter's out, but he moves up with a stolen base, and that'll bring in De La Cruz. Man on second, 2 outs. First pitch, ground ball, base hit past third base. Runners around third, and he's going to score. This is going to be back to a 1-run game as Ellie De La Cruz comes through again. third hit of the night, second RBI. See this replay. We shut him down all series, and he just smokes that past Okamoto down the line. Now it'll bring in Marte. He could give them the lead with one swing of the bat. He's already homered once tonight. 1 on, 2 out, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called. Takes the circle change on the outside corner. But Elly De La Cruz gets it back to a 1-run game as we take this game to the top of the 9th inning. And leading off for us will be catcher Harry Ford. Sal Frank still on the mound. First pitch swinging. Here's a high fly ball into right center field. Robert racing back to the track, and he's got it. Harry bidding for a home run. Didn't quite get enough of that one. I'll take us back to the top of the order. McVay, 2 for 4, single, a double, run scored, a stolen base. See if he can get on base, give us another run here. And the 0-1 pitch from Sal Frank. That's going to be a ground ball third. Bohm has it, takes his time, throw to first, and there's 2 up, 2 down here in the 9th. Now to bring in CJ, having a good game. 1 for 2, single, RBI, stolen base, at RBI on a sac fly. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Sal Frank. There's a smash past Sandwell. I thought he was going to grab it on a backhand, but it gets by. So now we have a man on with 2 outs, and you know what's going to happen on the very first pitch. Langford steps in. Sal Frank lines, fires. There goes Abrams. Ball is a strike. Throw down. It's high, not in time. So we have a man in scoring position. 2 outs here in the 9th. See if Langford can come through in the clutch here and expand this lead back to 2. 2-2 count. And the pitch. And swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. Throw down to first, and that's the 3rd out. So we get a man on, get him in scoring position. Can't get him in. At least the 3rd time this game we've done that. This goes to the bottom of the 9th inning here in Game 4. We're going to have Cody Clemens, Corbin Carroll, Alec Boehm coming up for Arizona. And they're going to have to face our closer, Joan Duran. See what he did during the regular season. Absolutely phenomenal for both the Phillies and for the Nationals. And he pitched way better for us than Whitlock did. That's why we flipped those 2 pitchers. And Cody Clemens, 2 for 3 on the night. Had a rough series before tonight. He's going to get things started for the Diamondbacks. Runs the count full. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss, and he strikes out on the high 4-seamer. There we go. That's how we start the bottom of the 9th. Big strikeout. Keep that leadoff man off base. Here's Duran. Throws over 100 on that 4-seamer at the letters. He is way tardy. That'll bring in Corbin Carroll, 0 for 3 on the night. He said he's had some big hits in this series against us. Need to keep him off the bases. He's behind 1 and 2. Here's the pitch. And swinging a pitch in the dirt, swinging a miss. Throw down to first, and there we go. 2 up, 2 down so far here in the 9th. Just need 1 more out to get us even in the series and send it back to Washington. Alec Boehm stepping in, 0 for 2 on the night, but he has plenty of power. He can tie this. 1 swing of the bat. He's behind 0-2. Here's the pitch from Duran. And pop up the first base side. Forward in foul territory. He's going to have it. And there we go. Nationals got the game they needed to win. We're going to send this series back home for deciding Game 5. We have led in all 4 games in this series, but we've only won twice. That was a complete game by all of us. Our hitting, our pitching, especially the bullpen. And now we take this series back home with the Cy Young Award winner, Paul Skenes, waiting to try and pitch us into the NLCS. There's the line score, Horton. 6 innings, 2 runs. Fott, 4 innings, 3 runs earned. Vinny, single double, home run, drives in 2. De La Cruz has 3 hits. But in the end, we get the win, a 1-run win. Horton beats Fott and Duran with his first save. Check the box score. 2 hits for McVay, 2 for Abrams, 3 hits for Pasquantino, a couple of walks in there. Had 3 doubles and a home run. We stole 4 bags. Horton, great start. Bullpen, outside of Foley giving up that 1 run, they pitched exceptional. Going over to the other side with the Diamondbacks. 3 hits for De La Cruz, 2 for Clemens. Had a double and 2 home runs. And Fott didn't pitch great, didn't pitch too poorly. Bullpen gave up that run late, and that was the difference in the game. So we even up this series at 2. Well, that was a hard-fought win. We should have swept these guys. Our bullpen and myself pitching late in games was better, but we did the job there. Got it evened up. Now we have this all-important Game 5 rematch of Game 1. George Kirby only went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs. Our side, Paul Skenes went 7 innings, and then the bullpen blew it. So hopefully we can get another good performance out of Skenes, pitch us on to the NLCS. And we would take on the Los Angeles Dodgers, get a rematch of last season as they knocked out the Pirates in 3 games. Seattle also swept Kansas City, so the number 1 seed in the American League goes down. Yankees and A's are tied at 2, so they have a deciding Game 5 as well. So that will all come here in the next episode, Skenes Kirby rematch. Hope you guys are liking the content. If you are, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit the notification bell so you know when the Game 5 episode goes live. I'll see you soon, and go Nats.